Hi everyone, I'm in the car again, and you know what I do? I share my heart with you before I get out of this car. And if you watched last week, I talked about the power and the importance of just going off script and taking that risk to just speak your own truth. I did it last week and it felt wonderful. And guess what? I'm here to do it again this week. Because as much as B Moments is about teaching the Word of God, I am now realizing that I'm inviting you, when I bring you into my car, to be in the moment with Suzette so we can talk about the application of those teachings in our society. And so when something gets underneath my skin, I am not holding it in anymore. I'm letting you know from my heart what that feels like. And lately, I got to tell you, it's on the political front because I think it's no secret what I think about our current administration and their contribution to the further division in this country. Now, if you're watching now, maybe you listen to my B Moments, which is if you didn't, you can see it at bmoments.org. But today's message was titled, "He Ain't Heavy, He Is My Brother." And that was taken, of course, from the poem that I grew up on and had to memorize as a child. We talked about the story in today's message about the Good Samaritan and how a man had been robbed and beaten and left for dead. And the two people in society that you thought may have done something for him to come to his aid and to help towards his healing and to just care for him in general, ignored him. That was the priest and the Levite. And the Levite was supposed to be a very upstanding person in the community. Now, during these times, there were high racial tensions, just like they are in society today. And it was the Samaritan, the one that you might even least expect to come to the man's aid, who actually did. Now, how am I connecting those dots to what's going on in today's society? So, recently we had the two horrific mass killings, one in El Paso, the other one in Dayton, Ohio. This week I'm focusing on Representative Mike Turner, who holds a congressional seat in the district in Dayton, Ohio, where the shooting took place. Now, legislation has come before Representative Turner before several occasions before, asking real quickly two things. Do you support expanding background checks? This is the gun legislation. And do you support a ban on military-style weapons, as commonly known as the assault ban? And every time, Mike Turner, with his A rating, the National Rifle Association, the NRA, has voted it down and said no. Last week, he changed his mind. And what I find so interesting is why he changed his mind. Here's the reason. Mike's daughter was directly across the street from where the mass killing happened, directly across the street. I'm sure Representative Turner possibly had his heart in his mouth. It's even written where he went on record to say how much he was praying for the safety of his daughter. And as a parent, I can truly relate to that. After that incident, Mike decided to reverse his vote, not in one way, but in two ways. He is now supporting expanded background checks as well as a ban on assault weapons. Very interesting because it hit that close to home. What Christ asked us to do, he's saying we are connected. He ain't heavy, he is my brother. What happened before? We hadn't had enough mass killings before for you to even consider this legislation? No, it had to hit home first. It had to be a loved one of yours before you could make the change in the vote. So today I do acknowledge Representative Turner for doing the right thing, but let us not behave in that way. That's not what Jesus intended. Remember, and I will leave you with this, he said, "Whatsoever you do to the least of my brother, that you have done to me." So now you have been in the moment with Suzette, and I have spoken my heart, and now I can get out of the car. Bye-bye.